The gig economy is creating jobs. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from ABC discussing the gig economy and how it might be the cause of the reduction in unemployment. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it had a big part to play. We can see unemployment fell, according to the ABS, by 6.8%. To 6.8%, while hours worked barely budged. So there's people getting in the gig economy trying to generate some income, even anything. Uber has, had a tremendous reduction in unemployment. It gave a lot of people opportunity to earn money. But don't worry, the government and our favorite state, Victoria, is going to step in, and I suspect they're going to follow in the footsteps of California and essentially destroy this industry, destroy this entrepreneurial opportunity where all you need is a car and a phone and you can run a business. You don't need to pay like $300,000 for a set of government regulated plates. It's just ludicrous, utterly ludicrous. And it's just showing you how the government gets in the way of opportunity, particularly the lower skilled people, particularly people who want to, drag themselves up. So unemployment fall might be caused by return of the gig economy jobs, economists say. So let's have a look at this. Australia's official unemployment rate fell last month from 7.5% to 6.8%. The result surprised basically all economists, including those at Treasury and the Reserve Bank, who were expecting the unemployment rate to deteriorate again. So what happened? According to the Bureau of Statistics, the number of employed persons increased by 111,000 in August. But data shows the job growth was entirely driven by a surge in non-employees, self-employed people, owner-managers, with no employees who work in an unincorporated enterprise, a sole trader. So it's the gig economy. Some economists suspect practically all those non-employees were working in the gig economy. This means the surprise surge in employment wasn't what it seemed. Delivery drivers and riders of major online services are not employed by their respective delivery companies. Deutsche Bank economist Philip O'Donnell wrote in notes to client. They are in effect self-employed contractors and will be classified as such by the ABS. Indeed, the Fair Work Ombudsman definitively ruled that to be the case in the middle of last year. There have been a significant increase in demand for such workers, especially in Victoria during the month, given lockdown conditions. So in hindsight, it's no surprise that we've seen a rise in the number of individuals signing up to operate as delivery contractors in the month. So it's not all bad news. Wait till the government ruins it. Daniel Wood, the chief executive of the Grattan Institute, noticed the same thing. Buried among the surprisingly good job figures today, almost all the increase in employment was for the self-employed, she tweeted. Big rise in the gig economy is my guess. So the disconnect between jobs and hours worked. One issue with gig economy employment is the disconnect between employment and hours worked. That was starkly apparent in the ABS data. Despite an increase in employment of 111,000 people, hours worked rose just by 0.1% last month. Well, there's the thing with the gig economy. You can also pick your own hours. You can work when you want to work. I know back when I did Uber, I would do it in the morning before work. I'd go and drive some people to the airport. Make a quick 50, make a quick $100, and then on the weekend do some hours there. I got out of it because frankly, it really wasn't worth it. It was good for cash flow and it was quite entertaining. It was fun. It wasn't hard work. Until I did it on the Gold Coast. But that's another story. So a surge in employment, but not via employees, is a typical business structure, and it is fair to infer that many of those new workers hardly worked for many hours, given the paltry rise in overall hours worked, he said. Yes, but the ABS in there is, you only need to work 1 hour to be considered employed. You can't have it both ways. That leaves us describing this as a poor employment print, despite the headlines. So why did economists think unemployment rates would rise? Leading up to Thursday's job data, economists knew the latest payroll jobs index had decreased by 1.2% last month. The fall in the index suggested there had been a large number of job losses in August. However, gig economy jobs aren't captured in the payroll jobs index. Gig workers aren't on any company's payroll because they are self-employed contractors. That's why the surge in gig economy jobs caught everyone off guard. So it has to do with how the ABS classifies payroll jobs. The ABS classifies payroll jobs as employee jobs for which a payment is reported to the ATO through the single-touch payroll system. Employee jobs include the jobs held by employees and by owner-managers of incorporated enterprises. Owner-managers of unincorporated enterprises, the largest component of the employment growth in August, are not covered by the payroll jobs definition. That's why gig economy jobs slip through the cracks. In the payroll jobs index, there is also lower coverage of smaller businesses, less than 20 employees, than larger medium businesses. As a result, the increase in owner-managers of incorporated enterprises without employees is also less likely to be reflected in the payroll job series, the ABS said. So what will happen to unemployment from here? City economists John Williamson and Fazar Syed said despite the surge in the number of sole traders in August, the employment data was promising. The August data showed that jobs growth remained solidly midway through mid-quarter, they said. This shows that official forecasts for the unemployment rate have been too pessimistic, a point we have made out in recent months. That said, the recovery is still nascent and comes with a number of caveats. They said the economy needs to see growth in employee jobs, not non-employee jobs. The economy is still supported and propped up by JobKeeper and the Job Seeker bonus and mortgage holidays and trading while insolvent. Why is none of that mentioned? Anyway, this is because we expect further gains in labour force participation in coming months as more job seeker recipients return to the labour force and in the long run from a return of international migrants of primary working age, they said. The demand side of the labour market needs to move from creating jobs when people create businesses to employing labour as these businesses grow. We believe this will occur if governments continue to reopen state economies and allow demand growth to naturally increase. The large gain in part-time employment alongside the type of employment generated in August could also have implications for wages growth and may be lower than if the employment was from more traditional employee job creation. So here's another thing. So, I would argue this is good. Good news for the gig economy, good news for opportunities for people. I'm quite a fan of it. But I don't think it will last. This is a press release from Victoria from earlier this week. Have your say over the future of the gig economy. On-demand workers, businesses and Victorians who use platforms for goods and services are being asked for their views on a way forward for the ever-growing gig economy. Minister for Industrial Relations Tim Pallas today asked Victorians to provide their views as part of a consultation period following a landmark report into the on-demand workforce, which made 20 recommendations aimed at better protecting on-demand workers. So this tells me they're going to destroy the industry in Victoria. Victoria really is following the footsteps of California. These leftist ideologues that know better for the workers, that destroy opportunities. They destroy opportunities, and often they destroy it for those most in need, for those who have the lowest skills. Being a delivery driver, being an Uber driver is not a high-skilled job. That's a low-skilled job. Most people have a car and a mobile phone. They can do that to improve their life. They can do that to generate extra income. But they're going to destroy it. So I'll link to this in the comments below, guys, if you want to go through it. Maybe you can have a look at the 20 points. I should probably do that in another video. But, here we go. We've got an economy, a sector of the economy that is helping create jobs. And now we have the government that's intervening and is going to mess it all up. What do you reckon? Are you a fan of the gig economy, guys? Have you jumped in there, used it to help top up your income? And if you do it full time, do you make good money on it? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I created, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy a merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.